the inspector window, Unity documentation. So we are gonna go into our software. First of all, we're gonna click here and we are gonna create a new project, whatever, in 2D or just 3D. And I'm just gonna click, I'm gonna delete this one, remove. Okay, I remove it, and I'm gonna create new project, and then I'm gonna, okay, 3D core is fine, and then create project. So this might take a while, so in the meantime we can read this part. Okay, the inspector window. Use the inspector window to view and edit properties and settings for almost everything in the Unity editor, including game objects, Unity components, assets, materials, and editor settings and preferences. And here we have this little this picture that they offer us. So this is the inspector window or the inspector tab. And pretty much if you grab a cube, you grab a sphere, you grab any of those objects, the inspector window is gonna pretty much have information, or kind of like a database. Like you're gonna have the transform, the capsule. You're gonna be able to change the position, the rotation. Okay, so let me see. Okay, we can, I can close this one. And yeah, this might take a while. Yeah, it's not gonna take that much, but okay, so that is the inspector window. We're gonna see that in a little bit. So open an inspector window. To open an inspector window, do one of the following. So we would go to the menu, then we would select Windows General Inspector to open a floating inspector window from any Windows more item. So these three dots, the three vertical dots, we would just select Add tab, the inspector to open, and then we would open the inspector in a new tab. So let me see. Okay, so we have it right now. If we go to the window and we go to the general, and then we go into the what it was inspector. So okay, so we are gonna have this inspector window. Obviously there is nothing here because we haven't selected anything. So let's, I don't know, let's create a 3D object. Let's create a cube. So we have a cube, right? So we have this cube here, and let's make it let me see. Okay, as you can see right now, the inspector window, you have some information here. For example, we have the transform, we have the position right now in this precise moment is in the X is 523, Y, the Y coordinates is 1.33, and then Z is in the 0. Okay, so the rotation is 0, 0, 0, and the scale is 1, 1, 1. So you can play around with these numbers. So let's put, I don't know, let's put it has 1, but let's put, I don't know, 10, and then also let's modify it to 10. Okay, and also 10 here. So now we are modifying the scale of the cube with the inspector window. So we have that. Let me see, what else do we need here? Okay, inspector window, control. Okay, again, we also the rotation right now is in 10. We can put it to 10. Y and the Y the rotation and the Y coordinates, let's see, -5. Okay, and the Z, let's put it, I don't know, let's put it 7. So we have all this, and we can play around. And look at the position right now, and the position is at X is number 2, Y is 0.03, and Z coordinates is in the position -0.51. So now look this, I'm gonna move it all the way towards the camera, or away from the camera, and now the position has changed. So we can see that with the inspector window. So you can see that, and now I'm gonna click the scales. I think, yeah, this is the scale. So right now I just click, and pretty much with my, okay, I'm using my laptop, and my two fingers, one finger I'm just clicking, and the other finger I use it to move uppers. So it's incrementing the size of this cube. So the scale is going up now, and the scale is going down. And as you can see in the scale, if you pay attention, the scale and the X coordinates is 18.1 132, y coordinate 18.132, and again the z is the same, but I'm going to increment it right now. So we have this, and if you go into the game, okay, so there's nothing. So let's have a camera. Let me see, let's have a camera, and oops, okay, so we have a camera here. No, this one. Okay, so now let me see, where is this one. Let's delete this one, let's delete this. Let's have a camera. So I just go here and this hierarchy and then press camera, and now I'm gonna have a 3D object, a cube I'm gonna have. So let me see, we have the camera. I'm gonna move it here. Okay, this is the cube. Let me see. Okay, I can see it right now, so I need to focus this one a little bit. Maybe yeah, you can play around with the let me see, maybe, okay, yeah, this would be a little too close, a little too far. Yeah, we can leave it like that. And in the game, as you can see, we have a cube over there. We can change it maybe here, change it again with the, you can play here with the x, y, z coordinates. So we can have this. Let me see if we can, no, that would be too much. Z coordinate, yeah, this one I think is fine. And let me see, no, again I'm gonna click this one. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. Let me see, yeah, I can see this square or this cube, as you can see, and we can see it in the game. So let's add, I don't know, maybe a sphere this time. And as you can see, the inspector right now has the cube. So now let's add the sphere. So now let's add the sphere. So I have added it, and okay, so it's not gonna see it. Oops, let me see if I can move it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, it's behind the cube. Let me move it right here. Let me see if I can see. Okay, so let me see, move it here. Yeah, I think that maybe this one, and now z, and now x. Okay, so where is the camera right now? Yeah, so we have this cube right now, and we can, okay, so now we can scale it if you want. So let's scale it. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna just click it and make it big. This one the same thing, click it and make it big, or you can just click it and then just pretty much just in the y coordinates. So you can make this one, and then the z or x coordinates, you could do this, and now it has the shape of an egg. And this one is a square, but now if I do it in just one direction, now we have a rectangle, or yeah, we have that. And again, let me see if we can see it in the game. So let me see, yeah, they're kind of like overlapping each other. I wanna move this one, so I'm gonna click in the move tool. So oops, yeah, I'm gonna go kind of like that. Yeah, literally we have an egg here. We have an egg, and we have this cube. Now let's add, I don't know, just for the sake of this, let's add something else, maybe, I don't know, terrain. Okay, so let me see if I grab it. Oops, no. So what is the camera? Okay, so where is the terrain? Oh, okay, I can see it now. I can move this one. Oops, now it has, yeah, I can do it here. and as well as with the with the with the sphere. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so as you can see, we have the terrain right now, and we can see the cube. But what is the sphere now? Oops. Okay, so now what is the terrain and the cube? Let me see what is the terrain. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can start playing around with the stuff here. Let me see. Oops. Now it looks like okay, so let's keep it like that. Yeah, this can become oops. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like that. And what is the terrain? Okay, the terrain is gonna be here. What is the camera? Okay, this is the camera, the sphere, and let me see a sphere. I'm gonna double click it. Okay, that's fine. We have the cube, the sphere, and okay, the cube, let me grab it. Let me see if I can move it upwards, or just gonna grab this one. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do right now. So we're gonna go into the game. As you can see, we have the terrain, and on top of the terrain we have this cube, right? And this egg, or our, I don't know, sphere is down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click into the, what is the cube? The cube, and I'm gonna see their coordinates. So the coordinates is 11, 2, and 6. Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much copy this. So the sphere is gonna be 11, 2, 6. So the sphere, now we are in the sphere. Let me see. A sphere is gonna be, again, it's gonna be 11, 11, 2. Okay, and then I don't know, -6. Okay, or whatever. Let me see. 3, 9, 15. Yeah, as you can see now, I was able to pretty much grab it from below the terrain, and I put it on the top. So if we go into the game now, we have this egg or a sphere alongside with the cube on top of the terrain. And let me see what else we need. So what is the camera? So the oops, let me see, what is the camera? Okay, so let me see. The camera is over here. I'm just gonna click this one, and I'm gonna move this apart. So yeah, this can becomes a little tricky. Just you just need to get used to it. And let me see if I grab this whole thing. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so right now I want all the terrain plus these two objects to appear here. So if I do this, let me see if I'm gonna move it a little bit. If you go right now into the game, let me see. Now it has moved, and we can see, I don't know, maybe the terrain and the sphere and the egg and the sphere and the cube. Let me see if I can make this one more plain. Yeah, I think that would be fine. Okay, so we have the sphere. Now we have, oops, what is the terrain? The sphere, the terrain, the sphere, and the cube. So okay, so we have seen what is the importance of the inspector. So we are right now with the cube. I don't know, let's put it 20 to see what happens. Okay, so I move it up, as you can see. So if I put 20, I'm kind of like giving the impression that it's jumping. So we have that, and let me see if we go, if we, no, I cannot do it from here, but if we go to the sphere now. Okay, so if I go to the sphere and I give it, I don't know what it was. Okay, the sphere now is gonna go 20 again, so I'm gonna make a jump now. Oops, yeah, as you can see now it's in the air. 50, let me see if I do, I don't know, 40. Okay, now it's way over there. 20. Okay, if I do 10, it's here. I'm just gonna leave it in 15, and it's gonna be at 12 maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at 2. 11, it's fine. So this is the transform. Okay, so we can see the importance on the inspector. We have the sphere right now. Okay, so because I click on the sphere, we have the mesh filter, so we have this. Let me see if I move the position 20. Okay, so I put in the position 20. Okay, move it towards the right. Okay, so you can play around with the camera and all the stuff here. Let me see, what else do we have here? So we have materials. So the element, we have default material. Okay, so we also have, this is inside of the mesh render. We have the lightning that is on. What else? That is the lightning. The receiving shadow. Okay, as you can see, it has a little bit of shadow. If I take it off, let me see. Yeah, just gonna leave it on. Then we have the props. So we have the light props, bend props, reflection props, the anchor override, additional, so the collider. Okay, then we have the full material. So let me see, so maybe, okay, so we have this particular color. So we are still inside with the sphere. So this is the center. Let me see, we can go into the, yeah, this one, and let me see if I can click here. No, okay, so I don't have access here. Okay, that's fine. And let me see what else. Okay, but again, if you wanna take it out, so you just go into this 3 dots, or yeah, they name it, okay, from any Windows more items menu, the items menu, this vertical ellipses. Okay, so you click here and then just pretty much close tab. So, and now if you wanna see it again, you go to Windows, you go to General, and you go to Inspector, and it's gonna appear this one here. So you wanna deal with this, that is pretty much, it's not dark. Okay, let me see, I wanna see if I can change it, but no, it's not letting me. Let me see. Okay, so let me see if I can add a okay, so add a component, all the stuff. And if you go into layout, you can put it to default, and it's gonna pretty much have it, your inspector set up to the left or to the right, so as default. Okay, so we have that. And okay, so we have the terrain as well here. And let me, I don't know, maybe move this one here, the y c coordinate, left coordinate. Okay, so let's keep moving. Okay, so we have this so far, and we have seen how to use the inspector. Now, control inspector window focus. By default, an inspector window displays properties for the current selection. The contents of the inspector change whenever the selection changes. To keep the same set of properties open, regardless of the current selection, do one of the following. So lag the inspector window to the current selection. When you lag an inspector window, it no longer updates if you change the selection. Open a focus inspector for a game object, asset, or component. Focus inspector only ever display the properties of the item you open it from. So we have the inspect items. What you can see and edit in an inspector window depends on what you select. The section describes what an inspector window displays for different types of items you can select. So now we're gonna have inspect game objects. So when you select an object, for example, in the hierarchy, the scene view, okay. So we have the hierarchy, and now let's add, I don't know, let me see if we can. What is the camera first of all, and let's move this one here. And okay, so yeah, now what is the terrain? Okay, this is the terrain, that's fine. And now, okay, so we're gonna have this. Okay, so when you have in the hierarchy the scene view, the inspector displays the properties of all the components and materials. You can edit the properties and reorder the components in the inspector window. Okay, so we can keep, I don't know, I just gonna go into the terrain this time. So let me see. Okay, so now this is different because we are dealing with the terrain, but okay, the position is 0 0 0. Okay, then we have the rotation 0 0, scale 1 1 1. So let's play around. This time it's not gonna be with the cube or the sphere, it's gonna be with the terrain. So let's give it a try how this would look. So on scale it